Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank our witnesses for being here today. You know, we all want people who come here legally. And yes, we are descendants of legal immigrants. But my colleagues on the other side of the aisle is making an argument that's often blamed on Republicans, saying that we want to bring people here so we have cheap labor. That argument just made is that that's what we need to do, is bring people here for cheap labor. The Biden administration, I appreciate the comments that have been made by my colleagues before me. As they've said, the Biden administration's consistently shown a lack of leadership and unwillingness to secure our southern border. It's a dereliction of duty. In spite of this, many in the public sphere claim Congress must pass new laws or adopt a border deal in order to secure the border. But it's difficult to comprehend this position when we can look at the Trump administration's handling at the border and the success achieved regarding border security while using the same authorities available to the Biden administration today. So, Mr. Homan, why did the Trump administration not see such high numbers of illegal aliens pouring across the southern border?
Well, there's many reasons. First of all, the Remain in Mexico program was a game changer. They could still claim asylum, but they're going to wait in Mexico because President Trump had the same data points I had, that most people will fail, and the people that fail get ordered removal.
And that was in existence when President Biden took office.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, the highest courts in the land said it was a legal process, but he killed it anyways.
Correct. Now,
But there's a Remain in Mexico program plus the third safe country agreements we had with Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras, a game changer. They actually believe if you're really escaping fear and persecution from Honduras and you get to Mexico, have you really not escaped that fear and persecution from your home government? So you'd be claiming asylum in the first free country you come to. Those two policies were a game changer and moved the numbers down, significantly down.
So what you're saying is that the Biden administration is not using all of the legal authorities and tools available to enforce our existing immigration laws and stop illegal aliens from coming into the country. We already have the tools there. We don't need new legislation.
This is not a resource issue. This is not, we need more border lanes, we need more money. This is a policy issue. Change the policies, and you can secure the border. We've proven that. So, you know, and as far as, you know, no one at this table is anti-immigrant. We're anti-illegal immigration because of the investigations I've conducted in 34 years. If I shared with the people in this room the terrible things I've seen that kept me up at night, you would agree with me. The secure border saves lives.
Thank you. Mr. Edlow, do you have anything you'd like to add to the comments Mr. Homan has made in conjunction with why we don't need additional laws and what we can do to make sure that the laws that exist are enforced?
Well, as Mr. Homan said, we, during the previous administration, used everything that was available, whether it be the Remain in Mexico program, whether it be the asylum cooperative agreements with Central American partners, or other programs that allowed the U.S. to quickly intake, process in for expedited removal individuals from certain countries, make sure that they had all due process within just a matter of days, and were in front of an immigration judge within a matter of days. What I find kind of amusing is that the circumventing lawful processes, lawful pathways, notice of proposed rulemaking from the Biden administration noted that there were no alternatives available to what they were proposing, and they noted that alternatives such as an asylum cooperative agreement or Remain in Mexico were not viable options because there was no time to negotiate them. Why I find that amusing is the Trump administration did negotiate them, they were working, and the Biden administration pulled them back, ended them, destroyed them, and now they're saying, well, we don't have any alternative because we can't do that. It's just not the way it needs to be. But ma'am, if I may just also add, I'm not here today to say that we don't want to have lawful pathways for legal immigration. We absolutely do. What I'm concerned about today is the fact that the pathways that have been created via parole, via some of the other regulations that we're talking about are simply unlawful. The parole programs are not allowed pursuant to existing law. If the law has changed, then I wouldn't be here talking about it.
Yes, the Biden administration has been trying to be all three branches of government. It's been trying to be, it is the executive branch, but it's trying to take over through lack of enforcement of the laws, but through regulation to be the legislative branch and the judicial branch. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Thank the lady from North Carolina. Chair recognizes Ms. Brown.